The foldable wars just got serious. Samsung has been doing this for 7 years. Apple just showed up. And the question everyone is asking is, does Apple's first foldable beat the most refined Android foldable ever made? Or did Samsung just get a 7-year head start for a reason? Today, we find out. The contenders, 025 to 100 in the left corner. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7, released in July 2025. The thinnest, lightest foldable Samsung has ever made, just 4.2 millimeters thin when unfolded and 8.9 millimeters when folded, weighing only 215 grams. Lighter than the Galaxy S25 Ultra, which is extraordinary for a foldable phone. Phone Arena A 200 megapixel main camera, Snapdragon 8 Elite, and years of software maturity baked in, starting at $1,999. In the right corner, Apple iPhone Ultra, Apple's first ever foldable. A book-style design with a 5.5-inch outer display and a 7.8-inch inner display, targeting a nearly crease-free screen, something Apple pursued regardless of cost. MacRumors powered by the A20 chip, expected to start at over $2,000. Two flagships, two very different philosophies. Let's break them down category by category. Round 1. Design and build. 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. This is where it gets immediately interesting, because both phones are chasing the same goal from completely different angles. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 measures 4.2 millimeters when unfolded, Samsung's thinnest foldable to date, with a refined hinge featuring a multi-rail structure that reduces visible creasing on the display. Wikipedia Apple comes in at 4.5 millimeters unfolded, slightly thicker, but with a titanium and aluminum hybrid chassis designed to handle the stress of repeated folding without adding weight. The big design difference is proportion. The iPhone Ultra uses a wider 4:3 aspect ratio, making it look similar to an iPad mini when open, shorter and wider than competing foldables. MacRumors. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is taller and narrower, closer to a traditional phone shape when folded. The Fold 7's cover display is 6.5 inches with a 21:9 aspect ratio, significantly wider than previous generations, making one-handed use genuinely practical. Wikipedia Apple's outer display is 5.5 inches, more compact, more pocketable, but less usable when closed. Winner. Tie. Two different design bets. Samsung optimizes for usability when closed. Apple optimizes for the unfolded experience. To round 2, display. 2 o'clock to 2:45. The Galaxy Z Fold 7's main display is 8.0 inches, with a resolution of 2184 by 1968 pixels, reaching up to 2600 nits of brightness, Samsung's brightest foldable display yet. Wikipedia Apple's inner display lands at 7.6 to 7.8 inches, slightly smaller, but with Apple's claim of a nearly invisible crease. Apple developed a new material property specifically to eliminate the crease, and early reports describe it as truly invisible when the device is open. MacRumors Samsung's crease is noticeably better than it was on previous Fold generations, but Apple is positioning crease elimination as its primary hardware achievement on this device. The Fold 7 supports up to 120 Hz refresh rate with Vision Booster for direct sunlight visibility. Samsung Apple's display specs haven't been officially confirmed, but promotion 120 Hz is a certainty. Winner. Apple. If the crease claim holds up in real-world use, Samsung wins on raw size and brightness. It's close. Round 3. Camera. 245 to 330. This is Samsung's most dominant advantage, and it isn't subtle. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 features a triple rear camera system, a 200 megapixel wide-angle sensor, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide lens, and a 10 megapixel telephoto with 3 times optical zoom processed through Samsung's ProVisual engine for always-on 10-bit HDR. Wikipedia Apple's iPhone Ultra, 2 rear cameras, no telephoto. The iPhone Fold will have 2 rear cameras instead of 3, no telephoto, because the 4.5mm thin chassis simply doesn't have room for it. MacRumors. This is the most painful trade-off in Apple's entire foldable design. A phone starting at $2,000 with no zoom camera is a hard sell, especially against a competitor with a 200 megapixel sensor. Winner, Samsung. Decisively. 3 cameras versus 200 megapixels versus unknown. Telephoto versus none. On camera, the Fold 7 wins every round. Round 4. Performance and AI, 330 to 415. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 runs on the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, with 2 high-performance cores clocked at 4.47 GHz and 6 efficiency cores at 3.53 GHz. Wikipedia, it's an exceptional chip. Benchmarks are impressive. Gaming performance is top tier. But Apple's A20 chip, built on a 2 nanometer process, enters a different conversation entirely. Apple's Silicon lead over Qualcomm on raw, single-core performance and neural engine throughput has been consistent across multiple generations. The A20 is expected to extend that lead further. On AI, the Fold 7 runs Gemini Live natively, allowing real-time AI assistance with screen sharing and camera integration on the fly. Samsung Apple brings Apple Intelligence, a rebuilt LLM-based Siri, and on-device inference that we covered in a previous video. Two completely different AI ecosystems. Neither is objectively better. It depends entirely on which platform you already live in. Winner: Apple on raw silicon. Samsung on AI ecosystem maturity. Round 5, software and ecosystem. 4, 15 to 5. This might be the most important round because it's where most people actually make their decision. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 ships with Android 16 and One UI 8, with Samsung committing to 7 major OS upgrades. Wikipedia Flex Mode, multi-window support, taskbar, and DX compatibility. Samsung has spent years optimizing Android for the foldable form factor. The software is genuinely excellent. Apple's iOS 26 introduces foldable-specific multitasking for the first time. The honest question is, how polished is version 1.0? Samsung is on version 7. Apple is on version 1. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 also connects to Samsung's broader Galaxy ecosystem. Galaxy Watch, Galaxy Buds, Galaxy Tab DX for desktop mode. Apple connects to iPhone, iPad, Mac, AirPods, Apple Watch, an ecosystem that, for existing Apple users, is simply more complete and more seamless. Winner: Samsung for foldable specific software, Apple for total ecosystem depth. Round 6, price and value, 5 to 530. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 starts at $1,999 for the 256GB model, a $100 increase over its predecessor. In phone arena, the iPhone Ultra is expected to start at over $2,000, with some estimates reaching $2,500. At similar price points, the value comparison is brutal for Apple. You get fewer cameras, a smaller ecosystem of foldable optimized apps, and a version 1.0 product, versus a mature, refined device with a 200 megapixel camera and 7 generations of foldable engineering. Winner: Samsung on value, Apple on brand and long-term software support. The verdict, 530 to 6. So who wins? If you're already in the Android ecosystem, or you care deeply about cameras, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is the safer, smarter buy right now. It's proven, it's mature, the camera is in a different league, and at the same price, you get more. But if you're an iPhone user, deep in the Apple ecosystem, and you want to experience what Apple does with the foldable form factor for the first time, the iPhone Ultra is genuinely exciting. The crease-free display could be a category-defining achievement. The A20 chip will be the fastest silicon in any foldable, and Apple's software trajectory means version 2 and 3 will be significantly better. Here's the honest truth. Samsung built the better foldable today. Apple is building toward the better foldable tomorrow. Which side are you on? Drop it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.